All right, as usual, I will wait before I say too much to see who's joining me for my live stream this evening. In the meantime, I do want to say what I'm sipping on. I usually like to sip on something during my live streams. Obviously, I haven't done it on all of my live streams because I just like to chill and create like a friendship vibe when I'm doing a live stream. I am sipping on Captain Morgan and Fresca. I usually have Captain Morgan and Diet Coke, but I've recently discovered Captain Morgan and Fresca. See, I rather eat my calories than drink them. So Fresca and Captain Morgan, y'all, if y'all have not tried it, y'all have to try it. I want to create like a chill vibe and all of that. Hi, J-Lock. I don't think I saw your zodiac sign. It like flashed for like a few seconds and then went away. I'll take my first sip now. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all tell me where you're from. Where are you watching me from? I do, hi, Cindy. Happy holidays. Virgo. Oh, I love Virgo. Virgo's in my top 4 favorite. Gemini cusp, nice combination. New York, okay, nice. I got a lot of people coming in here from various places. Now, you guys, I do want to let you guys know, once I get enough people in here, I do want to talk to you guys about something big going on in astrology right now, the full moon in Gemini, the Mercury retrograde, the Sun in Sagittarius, and the Mars square that's going on. Hi, Rudy. How are you from LA? Hi. Y'all, let me know what time it is over there. It's 8 o'clock over here on the East Coast in the East Coast U.S. So if you're from another part of the world, let me know what part of the world you're from. And if you're another part of the United States, let me know what time it is over there. Libra Nation. Okay, air sign. All right. So I do want to get to talking about the retrograde in just maybe a few more moments. I want to wait for more people to show up because it's something really, really important that you guys really need to be aware of. Michigan. All right. Rudy, 5 o'clock. Great. Grand Rapids, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay. Willow. Leo. Hi. Leo is my number 1 favorite zodiac sign. Number 1. Leo, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius. Sometimes it's Sagittarius and Aries. I fluctuate between those two. And cheers, everybody who's sipping with me. Hi, Rafi. Hi, baby. How are you? If anybody else is sipping on something, let me know what you're sipping on. Because I don't like to drink alone. I like to have company when I'm drinking. Leo is my sister too. Black Rose, remember, Venus can apply to my relationship videos. For example, let's say your Venus is in Virgo, look at my Virgo in a relationship video. If your Venus is in Scorpio, look at my Scorpio in a relationship video. Okay? And if you guys see me doing this a lot tonight, I don't normally wear my hair like this. I have my natural curls. So I tried something new. I'm not really liking it, so you're going to be seeing me do this a lot. All right, it looks like I have enough viewers. So let me go ahead and start talking about this full moon in Gemini and this Mercury retrograde. You guys really pay attention because astrology is not just about your zodiac sign. It's about the planets, where they are, and how they affect us. So please pay attention right now. Let's start with the full moon in Gemini. The moon in the zodiac represents our emotions, what we feel, what we're expressing. So when your full moon is in Gemini, and by the way, full moon in Gemini is going to be around for 6 months. Geminis are very talkative. They're very impulsive. Some people even say a little bit reckless. So during this full moon in Gemini, you guys are going to notice that you're a lot more talkative, a lot more impulsive. Geminis are nostalgic. They're hopeful. They look to the future. So you're going to start feeling all of these things, but those feelings are going to be multiplied during full moon in Gemini. because of this, it's going to affect every single sign, but especially Gemini and Virgo, because Mercury is our ruler. So every sign's going to feel this, but especially us Virgos and Geminis. Now, when full moon is in Gemini, it's basically telling you, you got to let go of what you're doing right now. If you're experiencing something that's not working for you, you have to let it go and move on to something new. That's what Gemini is about. Gemini doesn't like to dwell on things. Gemini doesn't like to stick around for too long. So that means you got to let that stuff go and you got to move on to something new. Now, the problem with this is full moon in Gemini is going on at the same time as Mercury retrograde. So when you're full moon in Gemini, you're talking a lot more than what you usually would. Mercury retrograde is when we make bad decisions, you guys. Not necessarily bad, but we also reflect on what we do. You might notice during a Mercury retrograde that your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend will come back into your life, or a new temptation will come into your life. Let's say you're really attracted to somebody you know you shouldn't be attracted to, or let's say you're with somebody already, but you kind of know what somebody else is about. You're really tempted and you're not really thinking clearly during this time. Also, Mercury controls technology. So we just had Cyber Monday, and what do we tell people during Mercury retrograde? Please don't try to shop online during Mercury retrograde. I already know some people who got viruses, who already got their credit card hacked, who already got their money stolen during Cyber Monday. And as much as it killed me, I did not shop on Cyber Monday because I knew the retrograde was going on and I did not want to get hacked or have anything stolen from me. And also because since we don't make good decisions during Mercury retrograde, it's not the best time to do an elective surgery. Like, for example, don't do a cosmetic procedure. Don't do any surgeries that you don't have to do. If you can push it off till after the retrograde, then do it. I didn't take my own advice. I changed my hair during the retrograde and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'd rather have my curls, but I have to live with my decision. But yeah, things of that nature. Exes will come around, people from your past will come around, people who you let go, all of a sudden you're thinking about them. You want to reach out to them. You want to see what they're about. But remember, you let go of these people for a reason. So remember that. So because Mercury retrograde is going on with full moon in Gemini, it's got a lot of things going on. In fact, another thing that's going on is we have a square in Jupiter and Mars. What does Mars rule? Mars rules our sex drive. Okay, Mars is the ruler of sex. Scorpio knows all about that because Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So that's why Scorpio is known as the most sexual sign of the zodiac. So whenever there's a square in Mars, something's going on with our sex drive, guys. So we already have Mercury retrograde where we're prone to make bad decisions. And then we got full moon in Gemini, we're a lot more talkative and we're more open to new experiences. So when Mars is into play, our hormones are going like crazy. We want to go after that temptation. Right now, if there's somebody you're attracted to that you've been afraid to go after, not that I'm recommending it, I would say wait till after retrograde, but if there's somebody you've been trying to go after during this time, now's the time to do it because you got that Mars energy, and more than likely that energy that you have, they have that same energy because it's affecting every single sign right now. So I don't know if you've noticed, but you've probably been having conversations with your coworkers, your friends, your family members, and they keep getting steered to adult subjects. No matter what you do, it always steers to adult subjects. It's because the square is in Mars right now. So be careful. You know, that person looks good. This is probably the time to go after them because they're more likely to be more receptive. But at the same time, it's Mercury retrograde. You're not thinking the clearest mindset right now. Also, the sun is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a risk-taking sign, a thrill-seeking sign. So our inner Sagittarius, even if you have no Sagittarius in your chart, you're more prone to take risks and be adventurous right now and do something you normally wouldn't do. I'm going to tell you guys right now, me personally, if you don't know me, I'm a pretty old-fashioned type of person. I'm very traditional. I'm very proper, but I will tell you guys right now, during this retrograde, I have been acting super crazy. Like, I've been doing stuff I wouldn't normally do. And I know that I'm supposed to be careful. I've been a little bit hypocritical because I tell people, you know, be careful during a retrograde. But me, myself, my energy has been all over the place. I have been a lot more open with people. My old-fashioned morals have been kind of put on the back burner for a second. I've been joking a lot more. I've been doing a lot more. I've just been a little bit more extra. I've been an extra Gemini during this retrograde. So if this retrograde and this Mars and this Sagittarius and this, you know, full moon in Gemini has been affecting you guys, please feel free to share your stories. I just want to let that out the way and get that part in the beginning of the video because I want you guys to see that I do talk about these things. And my Mars is in Scorpio too, CJ. My Mars is in Scorpio too. Actually a very, very interesting place to have Mars. Yeah, so in case in a different house every month, every day. So your Mars sign is your sex drive. Your Venus is how you love and what you're attracted to. Moon is how you express emotions. Your ascendant, your rising sign is what the people see. When your sun sign is what people really get. So if you don't know what that is, make sure you look up your birth chart. You can Google free astrological birth chart in the Google search engine. There, you're going to see Cafe Astrology and Astrolabe. I like Astrolabe better, honestly, because it'll tell you where all your planet placements are. And when you go below that picture wheel, it'll go down and give you a little brief description of what those planets represent into your birth chart. What you mean you're extra, Willow? No, you should see me. I'm really extra. And I'm really not that way normally. Hi, Gary. Oh my gosh, you didn't miss this live stream. How are you? You missed my last couple of live streams, didn't you, Gary? Hi, Christy. Of course. You know, I always love seeing you, Mama. Sweet nay. Aquarius and Cancer. It affects Aquarius and Cancer. Everything I just said affects all the signs equally. The only people who get extra are the Geminis and Virgos because Mercury is our ruler. So we get it twice as bad. I know. And I love being ruled by Mercury, but there's so many Mercury retrogrades throughout the year. It's not even funny. Okay, I asked you guys earlier who else is drinking with me, and nobody said anything, so I'm drinking by myself, and I don't like it. Hi, Edison. Virgo. Yes, I love Virgos. Remember, Mr. Virgo, Mercury is our ruler. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, so be extra careful because we get it twice as bad as Geminis and Virgos. I know, but you're nowhere near me, Rafi. How are we supposed to be drinking buddies when you're on that side of the world? You need to come visit me in the U.S. Everybody say hi to Rafi. That's actually a personal friend of mine. Everybody say hi to Rafi. But Taurus, Gemini, white wine? Is that what you're drinking? White wine? Nice. I'm a Moscato person when I drink wine. Edison, did she break up with you during the retrograde? Like right now, we're going through a retrograde. Did she just recently break up with you? Hi from California. Hi, Mom. How are you? Rafi, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what's sad? He's a Gemini too, Rafi. Don't judge us Geminis based on that one. I'm just saying. We have some great Geminis in our life too. Sweet nay. not chill out. During a Mercury retrograde, you just have to be careful what you're doing. You're going to do stuff you normally wouldn't do. Like, you would probably buy an outfit that you would never buy. You'd probably call back an ex that you wouldn't even think twice about. You might hook up with a stranger. I'm just basically saying, watch what you do. That's what you should be doing right now. Actually, J-Lock, yes, Virgo is represented by the Virgin, but they're not virgins. They are not virgins, that's for sure. Although they act like it. They act like they're very prim and proper and very, they act like they're very prim and proper and very well behaved, but they're far from virgins. Yes, that's, you know what, Christy, you're not the only one. You know what, I actually had some friends reach out to me recently that I haven't talked to in months. Actually, I don't know if you're going to be watching, but Daniel, if you're watching, that's a friend I haven't talked to in months. I actually just talked to him on the phone, just catching up, seeing how he was doing. I've actually had some people admit to crushes, that they had a crush on me, like people who I never thought would have a crush on me actually admitted that they had a crush on me recently. Of course, I didn't do anything, but I was like, oh, well, thanks. It's nice to feel loved. But and me, myself, I've been feeling very nostalgic during the retrograde. I reached out to my sisters because I love my sisters so much. I have not seen them in months, and I really want to do a vacation with just me and my sisters and catching up. I'm feeling very nostalgic lately, and that's just what the full moon in Gemini does, and that's also what Mercury retrograde does. J-Lock, I actually need a cigar. I love cigars. I really, really do. I'm a big cigar girl. I love them to death. I haven't had one in about a week, so I'm starting to probably crave one, especially with this weather. I just want to sit on my porch on a rocking chair and puff a good cigar, and usually I'll puff a cigar with a good glass of stout or a lager, because I love that kind. But yeah, I actually should probably go out tomorrow and get me a cigar. I haven't had one. I really need a good one. And for those of you earlier who don't know what I'm drinking Captain Morgan and Fresca. And I usually drink Captain Morgan and Diet Coke, but I've actually discovered Captain Morgan and Fresca go really good together. It's only a retrograde during Mercury retrograde, Cherubi. And my Venus is in Gemini as well. My Venus is in Gemini. So I feel ya. Us Venus and Geminis actually have a really rough time when it comes to love. That's probably one of the hardest placements in the zodiac to have a Venus sign. When your Venus is in Gemini, usually people who have a Venus in Gemini have a hard time finding the right person, being understood. That's the hardest placement, one of the hardest placements to have your Venus sign. Yeah, my Venus is in Gemini, so I feel you. That's odd. Aren't you an Aquarius, Sweet Nay? It's usually the other way around. That's really, really odd. Aquarius is usually not like that. So your moon sign or your Venus sign must be somewhere else, and your Mars sign must be somewhere else, because Aquarius normally is not like that. So I'd have to know what your Venus, Moon, and Mars signs are. Hi, Lustful. Hi, Chantel. Sandra, your Venus in Capricorn. Capricorns are very serious people. They are very, they're not very expressive. So they actually have to work on expressing their emotions. When their Venus is in Capricorn, and not that Capricorns don't have deep feelings, they really, really do, but they really need to work on expressing them better. Because a lot of people misinterpret a Venus in Capricorn as being cold and rigid, and it's really not the case. It's that Capricorn really has to open up and trust somebody. If it's Diet Dr. Pepper, I will drink Captain Morgan and Diet Dr. Like I said earlier, I'd rather eat my calories than drink them. You know, I'm already, like, I'm not skinny. I'm a very curvy. I'm curvy. I got meat on my bones. So I save my calories for my food. So when it comes to drinking, it's always me Fresca, Diet Coke, Diet something. Magical Pizza. I like that name. And pizza is my favorite food. That's a food I will never, ever get tired of. I can eat pizza all day, every day, anytime, anywhere. Willow, your Capricorn, you will know your Capricorn likes you if they start asking about your career goals, asking about your future, asking about what your long-term plan is. That's how you know when a Capricorn likes you. And a Capricorn will also get jealous when you're talking to other people. But they're not jealous in a typical way. They just kind of get kind of mean, kind of short with you. And that's how you can usually tell a Capricorn likes you. What's my favorite thing outside to do out of YouTube? Honestly, my favorite thing, I like to play video games. And I know that's weird, but I love to play video games. I really, really do. And it's just something I enjoy. Why do you need to know that, Rafi? I'm not answering that question, and you know why. I also like to bake. I'm a big, big cake decorator. I actually make those fondant cakes, and I've actually showed a couple of pictures of my work on Instagram. I also like to draw. Love to draw a lot. No, I'm not answering that, Rafi. Don't make me keep talking about that on YouTube. Ronnie, my moon is in Virgo. My sun is Gemini. There's Chantel, yes, there's a first deacon Gemini, a second deacon Gemini, and a third deacon Gemini. There are differences between those guys. Usually the first deacon Gemini, June, have a Taurus Gemini cusp. The second deacon Geminis are the truest of all the Geminis, whereas the third deacon Geminis are on the cusp of Cancer and Gemini. But there's more specifics in that. There's more specifics in that. Okay, I'm scrolling up because I think I missed a few things. My moon is in Virgo. I'm not trying to make anybody fall in love. I'm a pain in the ass. Don't get fooled by this little video game drinking exterior. I'm a pain in the ass. Trust me. And I openly admit that. I'm a Gemini, so there's two sides to my nature, and I openly admit that. Hey Keith, how are you, sweetie? I don't. It's really puffy. It's like super puffy. A Sagittarius will make you jealous before you make them jealous. I'm just going to be honest with you. You can't make a Sagittarius jealous. It's not possible because Sagittarius is a fire sign. They will make you jealous before you make them. That's just how they are. All fire signs are like that. You can't make them jealous because it's easy for them to get somebody new. They're like, oh, okay. Well, if that's what you're interested in, that's fine. Great. I'm going to go over here and check this person out. If you want the honest answer, that's the honest answer. You know, and Geminis are exactly the same way. You can't really make us jealous. I mean, we will be at first if our moon or Venus sign is in a water sign, then we will get jealous. But Geminis typically aren't, because they're gonna be like, oh, you want to flirt with somebody else? Okay, that's fine. But Geminis are a little bit more meaner than Sagittarius, because Gemini like, oh, you want to flirt with him or her? Okay, I'm gonna flirt with this person. I'm gonna out flirt you, and then when I come back to you, I'm gonna dump you. And then find that other person I was just flirting with. So there are some signs you shouldn't play that game with. Gemini and Sagittarius are those signs. I'm just saying. And in case you guys joined my live stream late, please go back to the beginning later. I did talk about Mercury retrograde, full moon in Gemini, and Sun in Sagittarius. Erebus, if you're in the Taurus, because there's a Taurus Gemini cusp, but it doesn't matter if you're on the Taurus Gemini cusp. Whatever day you were born in, you're either a Taurus or a Gemini. You're either a Taurus or a Gemini. You might be on the cusp, but based on your date, you are either a Taurus or a Gemini. Now, if you're a Taurus, you can get along better with a Scorpio. However, Gemini and Scorpio don't typically work well together, because Gemini is a little too flirtatious, a little bit too playful, a little impulsive, whereas Scorpio doesn't trust people very easily. They're very serious, and they want a commitment quickly. They're two different. But if you're more on the Taurus side, then a Taurus can get along better with a Scorpio. Just want to let that be known. Yes, water signs are very jealous. They have their emotional signs. Water signs are ruled by emotions. And because of that, they tend to be jealous because of this. Earth signs are the second jealous. Earth signs would be Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Taurus out of the earth signs is probably the most jealous, though. Or I should say most possessive. Okay, I'm scrolling up and going back to some questions so I missed some. My rising sign is Leo. My rising sign is Leo. I have a hot mess I have a really hot mess birth placement. I don't have too much water. I don't have too much fire, too much air. I don't have too much of a particular element in my birth chart because my Leo is rising. My sun sign is Gemini. My moon is Virgo. My Venus is Gemini. My Mars is Scorpio. Because you can see there's not too much of an element there. So I like to say that I'm balanced. But because my Mars is in Scorpio, there's a intimate part that's beneficial to having your Mars in Scorpio, but we also tend to get hot-tempered, and I do have a hot temper. I really, really do. I might not be showing it right now, but yes, I have a hot temper. But I openly admit it. I'm an open book, pretty much. Your Mars is not just your sex drive. It's also how you fight for things. It's also how you challenge other people, how you face your confrontations. Who are my favorite known Geminis? My favorite Gemini, obviously Tupac. Hello. Tupac, the greatest rapper. My favorite Gemini. Then Marilyn Monroe. Hello. Marilyn Monroe is a sex symbol. Okay? That's a sexy girl. That was a bombshell Gemini. And I always say this quote during my live stream. She's always said this. If you can't accept me at my worst, then you damn sure don't deserve me at my best. So those are my favorite Geminis. Amy, I just said this. Gemini and Scorpio are better off as friends. Gemini and Scorpio are better off as friends. They are better off as friends. Oh, thank you, Shine. Who's hot? Who's hot? Amy, I want to know who's hot. You say he's hot. I want to know. Give your girl Jilly the dirt. Oh, the Gemini guy? Well, I'll tell you one thing about Gemini. They age very well. They are the children of the zodiac. So they stay young a very long time. You will probably meet a 50-year-old Gemini, and they look half their age. Look at Prince. I know he just passed away, but look how old he was. That boy still looked like he was in his 20s. Gemini right there. They age pretty darn well. Rafi, you better message me later. If you don't message me, upset. Amy, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know your birth charts, yours and the Gemini's birth chart, but I suggest becoming friends with the Gemini guy first before you get involved, because Gemini and Scorpio are so different. You know, Gemini is a very people, very flirtatious, very spontaneous, very energetic zodiac sign, whereas Scorpio is very intense. It does not trust very easily. They're very serious minded, they're very possessive, and because Gemini is playful and flirtatious, it doesn't usually go very well with a Scorpio. If you're a Scorpio, you're probably better off with another water sign or an earth sign. Now, if you just want to have fun with a Gemini, then Gemini and Scorpio actually are a great example of friends with benefits. But as a relationship, I would just be careful. But that's just going on the sun sign. If you have compatible Venus, Moon, and Mars signs, then it actually has a high chance of working. Okay, I'm going to scroll back. I think I missed a few questions. I know, Ronnie. I know. Like, I'm such a friendly, upbeat person. And whenever I get upset or angry, people are looking at me like I was possessed by somebody, because they didn't expect that to come out of me. Because I'm very playful. I'm very, like, I like to be happy and I love to be energetic. So I want to say I'm positive 90% of the time. But when something happens and I get angry, people look at me like, who are you and what did you do with Jilly? And I'm a very vocal, very opinionated person, you know, and sometimes when I type my messages, it doesn't come out the way I'm trying to say it, but it's easier when I come out in person, you know? Amy, I already gave you my advice, sweetie. Honestly, I don't know too much about you and him because I don't know your birth charts. I just gave you the compatibility based on the sun sign. But just be careful, okay? But yeah, just make sure you're checking that out. All right? Gary, just do it. Gary, we're in Mercury retrograde. You shouldn't be just doing anything right now. This is the wrong time to just be doing stuff all willy-nilly. Our sex drive is up. Our bad judgment is up. Our temptation is up. This is not the right time to be doing anything. Ron, do I have any tattoo? Yes, I do. I have one tattoo that I gave myself on my 19th birthday. I am 34 right now, so obviously I didn't get addicted to tattoos, but I have one tattoo, and it's the Batman symbol, the Batman emblem, the classic Batman emblem. That's the one tattoo I have, and no, I'm not going to tell you where I put it. Only my friends know where I put it. Teddy, no, it's not. It's not different. Not different at all. When I make my videos, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't do like Gemini female with male Scorpio or female Scorpio with male Gemini. I don't do that. You know why? Because it's generally the same. Plus, I also want to accommodate same-sex couples as well as heterosexual couples. That's why I don't do the gender stuff. Because when you just do female Gemini and male Scorpio, you're leaving out the same-sex couple. So I don't do that. So that's why I always do one generalization in a video, because I want to be fair to everybody. So that's why I do that. So when you're watching my videos, you can apply it to everybody. Okay? Cresty, Mercury is Gemini's ruler. So if your Gemini is acting a lot different, it's because Mercury is our ruler and we get it 2 times as worse. than any other zodiac sign. The only other sign that feels it the same way as a Gemini is a Virgo, because Mercury also rules Virgo. All right, you guys are being. I have 24 of y'all on here, and I was expecting all these questions, so I'm gonna have to scroll up and see what we got here. Let's see. Hi, Deluxe. How are you? Gary, all signs rule, not just Scorpio. Every sign rules. We all rule something, right? Let's see. Willow Pet, you had a Scorpio that fell in love with you, but you didn't know what he meant. You wanna break that down for me? We're not in another solar system, so I don't have to answer that question. We're in the Milky Way. We're in the best solar system there could possibly be. Amy, yes, you do. That's a good and bad thing, though, because if you watch my Sex with Scorpio video, I have to explain to people that just because Scorpio is the most sexual sign in the zodiac, I actually had to break it down because people have this misconception. Just because Scorpio is the most sexual, they think that they're promiscuous, they think that they're unfaithful, they just think that they're very lustful, that they have no control. I had to break that down for people. Yes, Scorpio is sexual, but they're picky with who they sleep with. So I hate when people stereotype Scorpios like that, because it's just not true. It's not. Scorpios are sexual, but they're not promiscuous. They're not whores. They're not, they can control their sexuality. And a lot of people think that they can't, and that's just not true. So I always have to break that down for people. There's a person behind that Scorpio. They're not just good for one thing, and even though Scorpio takes pride in that, I also want to tell people that Scorpio, there's more to Scorpio than just sex. Don't just look at them like that. I mean, my Mars sign, my sex sign is in Scorpio, so that's why I was so passionate about that video. Steven, I'm DC. I love Marvel. I love DC 55%, Marvel 45%. To me, though, I will put it this way. I think DC has a lot better villains, and Marvel has a lot better heroes. And that's why I got the Batman symbol tattooed on me, because I love Batman. Batman, if he was real, y'all, I'd be in jail because I'd be stalking that boy. Sure, Ruby, I'm not going to answer that question. That's a personal question, and I just don't want to answer that question. Not because I don't want to answer you. That's too personal of a question that I just don't feel comfortable answering. Yes, Teddy. I don't know if you saw my Signs and Aquarius Likes You video. A lot of Aquariuses got very defensive, and it kind of felt like I was telling them that they weren't emotional. And that's not what I was saying. In my Aquarius video, I said Aquariuses are not emotional, but they took it as if I was trying to say they didn't have emotions. No, Aquarius is ruled by their mind more so than their emotions. They don't let their emotions cloud their judgment when it comes to people. So a lot of people will look at Aquarius as kind of someone who's kind of cold and kind of standoffish, when that's not really how Aquarius is. They like to analyze people and watch them and observe them, even test them to see if these people are worthy to be in their life. So a lot of people misconstrue Aquarius. I love Aquarius. I'm a Gemini. Aquarius and Gemini are like best friends, so I understand where Aquarius is coming from. Shine on top. Virgo and Sagittarius should not be together. But I'm just going by the sun sign. I see way too many Sagittarius and Virgo couples. And, there are some that make it work, but the only thing that they have in common is their intelligence. Sagittarius is a free spirit. Sagittarius is a hunter. Sagittarius is impulsive. Sagittarius is flirtatious. Sagittarius is adventurous. And Virgo is someone who's practical, thinks logically, thinks before they do anything. They know how to save money. They're responsible. So they're very opposite of Sagittarius. Are you going to go smoke a cigar, J-Lock? If you're going to smoke a cigar, please send one to Georgia. I'm just saying. I could use one. Ronnie, I like older music. I'm not into today's music. Don't get me wrong. I'll listen to like Drake or some Spanish music from today. I'll listen to some music today, but I don't own any of it. I like 90s. I like 80s. I like 60s and 70s. Yes, I'm an old soul. Early 90s. I grew up with the best rappers back in the day. I grew up with Tupac. I grew up with Biggie. I grew up with Snoop Dogg when he was in his prime. I grew up with some great talent back in my day, so I stick with the older music more than the new music. I do know some of the music from today, but it's not my style normally. I don't buy it. Just let me put it that way. Cresty, if you want to impress a Virgo, let them help you. Take their advice. Thank them. Be appreciative of their help. Admire them for their intelligence. That's how you impress a Virgo. Really lustful, your Mars sign should complement their Mars sign, not their sun sign. The sun sign is the general overall personality, but if you're talking strictly Mars, your Mars sign should complement their Mars sign. Amy, do your birth chart. Google free astrological birth chart in the Google search engine. You're going to see Cafe Astrology and Astro Alabe link. I suggest go to Astro Alabe and do that one. I like that birth chart better because after they show you the picture of the wheel, just go down to the bottom of the page. It'll tell you where all your planet placements are. Hey Jess, how are you? Well, J-Lock, I'm sorry. I don't try to fit in the crowd. I'm a Gemini. I'm very different. I don't like to be like everybody else. I'm my own individual person. My gosh, you guys, I might go upstairs and leave y'all for a second because my drink is almost done. Wait a minute, I just missed that. What did I just miss? Small things with a lot of meaning. Not necessarily, J-Lock. The thing is, in order to, like I said, what I told you, Cresty, to make a Virgo happy is going to work. If you have to get them a gift, though, if you feel like you need to buy them something, give them something that they can use. Here's a good example. If they're always running late to work, not that Virgos run late to work, they're too responsible for that, but you would buy them an alarm clock. Or buy them some cuff links because they're always adjusting their cuffs. Give them something that they can use that's practical, that's going to make their life easier. You know, Virgos are not going to romance you with like flowers and chocolates unless their Venus is in like Taurus or something. Man, I have 30 of you guys on here and only 2 of you guys said that you were drinking with me. And you guys are drinking wine. Where are my beer and rum drinkers? I want to know where y'all are at. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing with my hair a lot. It's bothering me. I really don't like this haircut. I prefer my curls. I really do. I like my natural curls. I'm kind of regretting this hairstyle. What kind of rum, Gary? What kind of rum? What kind of rum, Lustful? Tell me what kind of rum. Captain Morgan has always been my go-to. You see, Captain Morgan has been the most reliable man in my life. You know, he always makes me happy. He doesn't really have to try very hard. He sits still. He sits quiet. All I have to do is reach over and grab him. He's fine. He does everything I need him to do. I'm telling you, man, he's been the most reliable man in my life. And no, and just so you guys know, I'm not being sponsored. This is stuff that I actually drink. I have not been sponsored yet, so I'm just telling you stuff that I really do like. I love Captain Morgan. I love Sam Adams. I love Barefoot Moscato. Those are my drinks. Bundyberg. Bundyberg. I don't think I've seen that over here. I might be wrong, though. Maybe because I wasn't looking for it. I'll definitely check it out. 151 rum. I don't think I've seen that either. Huh. That's right, Lustful. That's the best rum in the world. High five. High five on the screen. I love cheese pizza, like a good crispy cheese, this plain cheese pizza. But then again, I love a whole bunch of vegetables also. I love spinach and mushroom on my pizza. Yeah, I'm one of those. Guinness, I love that beer, but honestly, Guinness is probably my favorite stout, but I love Sam Adams Boston Lager. But of course, you know, I am Latina, so I also love my Latino beers. I love Negra Modelo, and I love Tecate. The cheapest beer I will go is probably Rolling Rock beer. That's the cheapest I will go. I won't go any cheaper than that. At least I won't pay for any cheaper than that. If somebody's offering me something cheaper than that, I'll drink it if it's free. But no. I'm very fortunate to live near Atlanta. We have some amazing breweries over here, like amazing breweries. We have Sweetwater and Red Brick, great breweries in Atlanta. Last one, my favorite food is pizza. Pizza is my favorite food. My favorite food of all time is always going to be pizza. My second favorite, French fries. I can never get enough French fries. Put some cheese on those fries, put some chili on those fries. I love me some fries. Hi, Mona. Hey, sweetie. How are you? So glad you're joining me tonight. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm going to scroll through your questions because I think I missed a few. Coquito. Ah, baby boy. I don't, you know, my mom's Mexican and my dad's Panamanian, but I have had coquito because I do know a lot of Puerto Ricans who drink coquito. So I have had that before. Mall the Great. Hennessy on ice. Now, if I ever have Hennessy, it has to be mixed with Coke or Diet Coke. I have had Hennessy mixed with Alizé. Don't get me wrong, that tasted really, really good, but I can only have one of those. Otherwise, it's a little bit too much for me. Oh, hi, Valerie. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Lustful. Por supuesto que sí. Por supuesto que sí. Do you know Spanish, Lustful? Ronnie, the hardest part about being a Gemini is being misunderstood. Honestly, I don't have what you would call... See, one thing about Gemini is we're supposed to have a huge, large social circle. And we're supposed to have like a lot of friends and we party. I'm not that way. It's probably because my moon is in Virgo and I'm a little bit more particular about who I hang out with. But I want to be with people who accept me and love me for who I am. And that's not very easy because I am very different. As you guys can see, I'm not a typical girl. I like my rum, I like my comics, I like my cartoons, and even though I have a lot of female viewers, in my own real life, I cannot find females who like what I like. Like if I was to ask a female, hey, can we go to Dave & Buster's and go to arcade? Can we go shoot some pool? Can we have a pitcher of beer? I don't meet a lot of girls like that. So when I meet a new person for the first time, I'm really, really shy, and I kind of want to hide back, and I'm like, I kind of don't know what to say, and I'm honestly looked at weird by other females because of my interests. And men, they look at me like, I don't know how to describe it. They think that I'm trying to impress them when I'm not. I'm like, no, this is me. This is my personality. This is how I am. I'm not trying to impress you, but whatever. So yeah, I am misunderstood quite a bit. That's the hardest part about being a Gemini. I'm just your questions, guys. Deluxe, that better be Valentina hot sauce on your popcorn. I'm just saying, if you're putting Tabasco on your popcorn, don't talk to me, because that's not real hot sauce. It has to be Valentina or El Tapateo. I've never had raspberry champagne or Sprite, but that sounds good. Steven, Alcuto, or is it Alcato? I don't know if that's Spanish or not, but I've never heard of that. Hi, Smiler Die, how are you? Deluxe, you need to have Valentina or El Tapateo. I'm just saying. Those are the best hot sauce. Westies, what's the one chip challenge? I don't know what that is. Tell me what the one chip challenge is. I need to know what that is now. I'm about to down this. I'm going. Oh, y'all got quiet all of a sudden. One very high. Let me see. A very hot, honey, I'm Mexican. My mom is Mexican. I eat hot food. A hot chip ain't gonna do nothing to me. I eat habaneros, for crying out loud. Anything with chocolate, Lustful. I love chocolate. I like chocolate cheesecake, chocolate cake. That's anything with chocolate on it is my favorite dessert. I'm addicted to chocolate. I think I have a piece of chocolate at least once a day. If I don't, I kind of get like, okay, I need chocolate. I'm kind of like where's my chocolate? I need my chocolate. Like I'm like a crackhead. Like where's my chocolate? I love anything with chocolate. No joke. Smiler Day, I am not from Mexico. I am 100% American. 100% American. My mom is Mexican. My dad's from Panama. So, and my name is Jilly. So whenever I talk to somebody on the phone and they have not met me, and then they meet me in person, they see that I'm Latina, they're looking like, okay, I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a blonde, blue-eyed chick. Yes, I'm 100% American though. Born in Texas, raised in Florida, living in Georgia now. Willow Pet, I love that too. I'm a baker. Like, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, shame on you, first of all. Shame on you if you guys do not follow me on Instagram. But, like, I post pictures of my cakes because I am a professional cake decorator. I have done so many cakes, it's not even funny. I actually have 3 that I'm doing pretty soon. One a baby shower cake, and then one for a birthday party, and then one for another birthday party. Thank you. I really don't feel pretty right now. I really hate my hair. I really don't like the fact that I made this decision to cut it and it's straightened, but it's like poofy. Like, this is not my natural hair. I miss my curls. I really do. I think I should not have made this decision during Mercury retrograde. I'm like literally about to like pull it in a ponytail right now. I'm really not feeling it. And it wasn't the poor person's fault that cut my hair, but I'm not happy with it right now. Oh my gosh, I've been with you guys for 54 minutes. Lord, I always get so caught up when I'm talking with y'all. I would happily have some, Willow Pet. You could always send a slice my way. Totally. Smile to die. You know what I love about Texas? I haven't been there in so long, but whenever I visit, I love the fact that there's like tacos at every gas station. There's like Mexican food in the air. Not North Texas necessarily, but like South Texas, like where my family is, like Brownsville, McAllen, San Juan. Like you just go in there. It's like, oh my God, I don't have to go anywhere. There's tacos everywhere. Or like when they have the raspas trucks, you know, like the Mexican snow cones. Because, you know, they have those little raspas trucks going over there. I'm telling you, I would go crazy over those raspas trucks. I'm a Gemini, Elena. Proud Gemini. I love better performer, Selena. I love both. Honestly, I love J-Lo. And I love Selena. I love Selena so much. I mean, you cannot put those two together. They're great in their own ways. To me, I love Selena. She was the queen of cumbia. She broke into a type of music that no other female was successful in. J-Lo, I mean, she's talented. You cannot take that away from J-Lo. She can dance. She can perform. She's a businesswoman. That woman looks flawless. I hope I look half as good as her when I get to her age. So I love Selena and I love J-Lo. They're great in different ways. I'm never gonna pick one over the other. One thing I have to tell you, I don't like when we put women up against each other. There's enough of that as there is. I mean, as women, we get compared to other women all the time. And I don't really like that. Why can't we just be beautiful in our own way? Why can't we be successful? Why do we have to pick one over the other? I'll never be okay with that. I'm always like, when I see a beautiful woman, I'm not going to be jealous. I'm like, ugh, she looks slutty. She looks skanky. I'm like, no, damn, she's got a beautiful body. She's got a beautiful face. I wish I had that confidence. There's no reason for us to pit women against each other and have to choose which one's better. Why can't they be good in their own way? You know what I'm saying? I love both of them. I really, really do. I think they're both great. And you know, I was very, very fortunate. I was 10 years old when I went to Calle Ocho in Miami. There's this little festival called Calle Ocho in Miami. It was 1995, and it was Selena's second to last concert before she passed away. And I was there, and I had a picture of it, and I'm so thrilled to have been there. Erebus, you're 64. I'm 34. I'm 34. I love being 34. I love being my age. Horace, I didn't get interested in the paranormal. The paranormal got interested in me. The paranormal found me. I wasn't trying to get anywhere near the paranormal. The paranormal decided like, hey, Jilly, let's bug Jilly one day and never leave her alone. You guys, in case you guys don't know this channel was not supposed to be about astrology. This channel is about my interests and my hobbies and what I like. It just started with astrology. I'm going to move on to the paranormal. Then I'm going to move on to talking about alcohol that I like. And then I'm going to move on to tarot cards. I have a lot of interests. My channel started because I used to play a game called Marvel Contest of Champions, and we used to have to use a chat app to talk to each other. And I used to do a chat room about astrology in this group. And they're the ones who told me to start YouTube. And they're the reasons I'm here. They're the reasons I'm on YouTube talking to you guys now. And you know, I just want to thank them for that, because to me, I had no idea that my channel was going to grow. I didn't think people were going to listen to me. I didn't think people were going to watch me. I didn't think that I was going to be 6,800 subscribers and have almost 1 million views. I didn't know that was going to happen. This is just a blessing in my life, and I'm so fortunate for having that friendship and that support. Because I don't think I'm that interesting. So when my channel grew, it was a shock to me. So I am feeling blessed. And I don't know if any of you guys believe in angel numbers or angelic numbers. Some people will probably classify this into numerology. But I have been seeing the number 1111 everywhere lately. And in case you guys don't know what 1111 is, I suggest you look that up. And I have a video. I have a video on YouTube. If you have not seen it yet, I think you should see it. It's called Did I Meet Angels? And Did I Meet Angels? A viewer pointed it out to me. I did not realize it. But my video, Did I Meet Angels, is exactly 11 minutes and 11 seconds long. That was pure coincidence. So please watch Did I Meet Angels video. Just in case you guys don't know, I was very severely bullied when I was a kid. I grew up in Florida, and just so you guys don't know, if you guys don't know this, in Florida, most of the Latinos there are Puerto Rican, Cuban, or Dominican. So if you are of Mexican descent, you get bullied a lot just for being of Mexican descent. Doesn't matter if you were born and raised in America. You have Mexican blood in you. We automatically got picked on by the other Latinos. I'm not trying to cry, so I'm trying to get over that. But I love all people. I don't care if a certain race did something bad to me. I will love a person individually for how they are. But when I was growing up, I was severely bullied for being of Mexican descent. And in my story, Did I Meet Angels, I break that down, because I do believe I've met angels out of my bullying experience. And I suggest you guys watch that. I think that will help a lot of people out. Because I did have I did have a very difficult childhood growing up. But, okay, I'm going to stop talking about that. I want to be happy, so let me go back to your other questions and see what's going on here. Bye, Lustful. Have a good night, sweetheart. Yeah, I want to do videos on angel numbers and things of that nature, because there's so much, guys, that goes on that we can't explain, that we don't understand, that I think people who know that there's things out there greater than what we can explain are touched, are blessed, are gifted. And what I know now, I avoided the paranormal as much as I could, because to me it was scary. But no matter how much I tried to avoid the paranormal found me. I could not escape it. So I had to embrace it. I literally get woken up between 3 and 4 in the morning all the time. And in case you guys don't know this, the witching hour is between 3 and 4 in the morning. And I always get woken up during those times, and I can feel something near me. There are times where I'll get trapped in a dream. I will have multiple false awakenings, or I will have lucid dreams, and that's things of that nature. And I will talk about that eventually once my compatibility videos are done, guys. Once they are done, I am not talking about astrology for a long time, because there's so much more out there than astrology. There's angel numbers. There's paranormal. There's the other side. Things that you guys need to be aware of that I experience. And I hope you guys really pay attention to those videos. I hope you guys will still watch me when I stop talking about astrology and I start talking about paranormal. I hope you guys will be around when I do that. Willow Pet, I don't believe in sleep paralysis. I think that's just scientists' way of trying to hide what's really going on. I've actually seen something on me during sleep paralysis. It's not an illusion. It's not paralysis. It's what scientists wants to do to verify it. And I've experienced it too many times to know it's not sleep paralysis. And no, I've never experienced psychedelics, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I will never do that. But, yeah. There are things out there, guys. It's freaky. I've seen them. Not even when I'm sleeping or dreaming. I've seen them when I'm awake. Dear David, no, I have not. What is that? What is Dear David? Oh, and just so you guys know, once Dear David is explained to me, I'm going to finish up this live stream. I did not realize I've been over an hour. So once the Dear David is explained to me, I'm going to head out and get a little bit more room and probably break down my video games and play my Wii a little bit because I like my old school games. It is a spiritual thing, Willow. It is. I tried so hard to escape it, but it wouldn't let me. It just wouldn't. Okay, I guess Dear David's not going to get explained to me. All right, guys. I love you. I just want to say good night. Thank you so much for tuning into my live stream and hanging out with me. You guys know I love doing this. I'm going to do another one next Saturday, same time. And I hope to see you guys there. Remember, if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me. My name is jillycarrilly, one word. Love you guys. Peace.